So I'm passing the town of Ellaville. It's a ghost town. Says to look for foundations, but that's definitely part of it across the river. Let's see if I can zoom in. These pilings are left over from where there used to be a town. There it goes. Not sure if the town was supposed to be on that side of the river or this side or both, but I'll keep an eye out for any signs of foundations from former buildings. And a little bit further, I'm going to get my water from a spring that used to have be the source of fresh water for this town of Ellaville when it existed. Just when I didn't think I would find anything in Ellaville, I find this structure, whatever this is a concrete base. There's that thing with metal on it, and then leading all up to it, there's some down there. There were some bricks covered in moss. So the trail is just right here. You can't see any of the blazes from here. It's just a couple feet. But this is this in the pilings is basically the remnants of Ellaville. So right down here at the bottom of this path is the Suwanacoochie River, and where you see that foundation there is the Suwanacoochie Spring, which is where the people who used to live in Ellaville used to get their fresh water from. So it should be a good source of water if it was good enough for the residents, and hopefully it'll be fresh water from a spring and not so many tannins like I would have gotten if I filtered from the river directly. But it's the Suwanacoochie, and it's probably because this is where the Suwanacoochie enters the Suwannee River, which is beyond this pile of earth over here. Here is one hole of the spring, and it goes underneath this path and comes out here in this hole, then goes out to the Suwanacoochie River. Let's take a tour around it here. That's where it comes out, and that's where it flows out. And the water I filtered is nice and clear for once. So pretty cool. Not sure if this is still part of Ellaville, but this is definitely a ruin of some sort of building. Had a fireplace, and right next to a road and a bridge. And that is the Suwannee in the distance. Just past I-10 again. I feel like I've passed this several times. And heading along the bank of the Suwannee this way. I have about 2 more miles till my intended campsite for today, which has picnic tables and a flat area basically overlooking the river. So that should be good. I should get there right around the time we kind of lose daylight, which seems to be my style, but it's all good. I had some extra interactions today, which took longer than I intended to hike, but they were good, and I'm still going to make my campsite before I need to pull out my headlamp. So today I bumped into Coppertone again, who's semi-hiking with Sugar Rush. He's driving his camper van ahead, hiking back to meet her, and then providing trail magic. And I just always happen to be so far ahead of Sugar Rush, so I always see him going in the opposite direction. And then I met a woman named Belinda at the spring, and she might help me trail angel this upcoming section. Not tomorrow, but the day after is a 32+ mile section with no place to camp and no motels, and it's gonna be raining. So she might be helping me out, so I've got to look for some logistics with that tonight and contact her and see what we can do. It would be fantastic not to have to get up several hours before dawn, hiking in the rain, and then hike in the rain all day, and do the longest distance in one day I did since I was several months into the PCT, in a little bit better shape than I am now. So it was a good afternoon. It was a surprising afternoon, but it was a good afternoon. And headed to my campground and headed to bed.